Hey good people, welcome to the channel. I'm musically malnourished and you're on my journey to go deep and wide in discovering new music and artists. Today, we are checking out the 1998 album from Lauryn Hill called The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Now this one was voted in by the Patreon community, so thank you to everybody over on Patreon. And if you want to help decide what we listen to next on the channel, make sure you check out Patreon, or you can sponsor an album directly at my website at musicallymalnourished.com. So I have no experience with Lauryn Hill. I do know, just kind of looking into it a little bit, that she was a part of a group called the Fugees, which I have definitely heard of before, but I'm not familiar with any of their music. And I believe they disbanded in 1997. And a year later, she released this album, her first and only solo album, in 1998. I know this is an incredibly important work to so many people, to music, and I believe even culture and history in general. So I'm going to do my best to approach it with as much care as I possibly can. I'm excited to see what all is going on here. We're going to get in, give each song a listen. I'll make a few comments along the way, but I'll be keeping notes in my handy dandy notebook. That way, after each track, we can talk about the things that stand out and see what other information we can find. I am excited because I think with an album that is as beloved as this one, there should be a lot of rich information for us to find out. If you want to skip to a specific song, the timestamps are always in the description for every video. So feel free to do that, or just press play and hang out with us. But let's get this started. This is track 1, titled Intro. I also believe there are some different skits throughout the album, so I will do my best to be sensitive with any kind of transitions and things like that. But ultimately, it's my first time listening, so we're going to make our way through it together and learn how this album is laid out and learn about Lauryn as well. So without any further ado, now let's get this started with track 1, titled Intro.
Please respond when I call your name. Kevin Charles, Jarvis Boykin, Alicia Simmons, Philip Valdez, Gabrielle Solano, Latoya Bradbury, Anton Mitchell, Shaquan Sutton, Corey Thomas.
Is she going to be last?
Tamia Caldwell, Tamika Marshall, Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill.
Let's let it roll. Bueller.
It's funny how money changes situation. Miscommunication lead to complication. My emancipation don't fit your equation. I was on the humble, you on every station. Someone play young Lauryn like she done, but remember not to game new under the sun. Everything you did has already been done. I know all the tricks from bricks to Kingston.
Is she Jamaican?
Now understand El Boogie, not violent, but if a thing test me, run for me gun. Can't take a threat to me newborn son. El been this way since creation. A groupie call you far from temptation. Now you on ball over separation. Tarnish my image in the conversation. Who you gon' scrimmage like you the champion? You might win some, but you just lost one. You might win some, but you just lost one. You might win some, but you just lost one. You might win some, but you just lost one. You might win some, but you just lost one. Now, how come your talk turn cold? Gain the whole world for the price of your soul. Trying to grab hold of what you can't control. Now you all lost with a sight to behold. Wisdom is better than silver and gold. I was hopeless, now I'm on hope roll. Every man wanna act like he's exempt. Need to get down on his knees and repent. Can't slick talk on the day of judgment. The movement's similar to a serpent. Try to play straight, how your whole style been. Consequences, no coincidence. Hypocrites always wanna play innocent. Always wanna take it to the full out extent. Always wanna make it seem like good intent. Never wanna face it when it's time for punishment. I know you don't wanna hear my opinion. There come many paths and you must choose one. And if you don't but you just lost one. You might win some, but you just lost one. You might win some, but you just lost one. You might win some, but you just lost one. You might win some, but you just might win some, but you really lost one. You just lost one. It's so silly. How come?
She sings too.
It's all done. Did you really gain from?
I'm assuming that's her.
It's so silly. How come? You just lost. Now don't you understand, man? Universal law. What you throw out, come back to you stall. Never underestimate those who you scar. Cause comma, come back to you.
That's
all.
cool.
You can't hold God, people back that long. The chain that shade time wasn't made that strong. Trying to pretend like your word is your bond, but until you do right, all you do will go wrong. Now some might mistake this for just a simple song, and some don't know what they have till it's gone. Now even when you're gone, you can still be reborn, and from the night can arrive the sweet dawn. Now some might listen and some might shine, and some may think that they reach perfection. If you look closely, you'll see what you become. Cause you might win some, but you just lost one. You might win some, but you just lost one. You might win some, but you just lost one. You might win some, but you just lost one. You might win some, but you just lost one. Some, but you really lost one. You just lost one. It's so silly. How come? When it's all done, did you really gain from what you done? It's so silly. How come? You might win some, but you really lost one. You just lost one. It's so silly. How come? When it's all done, did you really gain from what you done? It's so silly. How come? You just lost one. 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 What a bomb bomb.
All right, people. I'm gonna write something on the board. Let's spell it. First letter. What's that? Love. What? Love. How many people know any songs about love?
Right here. I know a lot about love.
Tell me some titles. What's some songs?
Love.
There's a song called Love.
Yeah, it's
No song called Love.
Like, must be.
All right, what is how I go?
It
How I
goes
go?
love. It goes.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay. Anybody else? Is the only song you know about love?
I will always love.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
I will always love.
What about any movies about love? You know any movies about love?
Love Shore. Titanic.
All right. Did you know that was about love when you saw that on TV? They said it was about love.
Okay, well, there is our first introduction to Lauryn Hill. I really love these skits, and honestly, now that I'm paying attention to it, even here on the cover art, it's a desk. When I was looking at it from farther away, I was like, I wonder what that is on the top. I thought it was some text or something, but it's a desk with a pencil in it. And then scratched into the desk is obviously the title, and I'm assuming her likeness. Oh man, okay, so we've got some things to learn about her. I'm curious if she is Jamaican, because she even mentions Kingston, and then obviously, like, I don't know if it is her normal accent, because you can't really hear it in her singing and in everything that she's saying, but 100% in that second track, she was accentuating the end of all her lines, and it was awesome. It sounded so great. So let's hop over here and see what we can learn. It seems like the second song, just because I did see a few kind of themes about the album, and one of them has to do with the breakup of the Fugees. And so I feel like the second song is kind of speaking about her career, but seems to be about whatever conflict went on within the group, and maybe how she feels like pride led to the destruction of a good thing. Like, you're going to win some, but you lost one. She's probably the one that they lost. So it really is. It's a good question for all of us too. Like, it's so hard to resist the temptation to want to like win the argument, right? And I think in any friendship, partnership, relationship, I feel like I say it all the time. So it's not me just like, saying it to say it. I feel like it helps set context, especially if we're going to move through this and talk about relationships and things like that at some point within here. I've been married for 17 years, and I only say that to say that I feel like it at least gives some validation to me having some understanding of what is required to have a healthy long-term relationship. And so even within that, it's like, when I get in my most prideful moments, it's like I want to just stand on a hill, dude. I want to like plant my flag, stake my claim. I'm not budging, but that just never goes well. And it is not necessarily about just throwing what you care about or what you think is important out for the sake of peace, because then you create a false peace. And all that does is create resentment inside, and it begins to cause this bitterness within the relationship. Even though on the outside seems peaceful, inside it's rotting away, and that can only stay hidden for so long. And so it's more so just realizing like that's not going to produce anything healthy. And so we always have to be careful that we don't let our pride, our unwillingness to budge, and I'm not saying it would have even turned out something different with their group. You know, they may have just fundamentally had some differences, and it was like, hey, we had a good run, but this really isn't, I don't think it's going to work long term. But if something's worth fighting for, worth keeping, you do sometimes just have to take that. We always call it eating humble pie. I've had to eat humble pie, not just in relationship, and my wife as well, you know, because we're a team, but I've had to do that in work relationships and other times. Even if you're going to have a meaningful and productive conversation, starting with humility is always the best place, man. Even when you feel like you are 100% justified. And that's so hard to do as a human. But let's take a look at this first track. So the 47-second track implies a scene with students arriving in a classroom, setting at a school, teachers taking attendance. Little interludes of this class scene can be heard all across the album in later songs. And they did a great job with that too, especially in the end of the second track. It sounds so natural. New Jersey poet, future politician Raz Baraka plays the teacher as he talks to a group of students in the living room of Lauryn Hill's house. Lauryn Hill asked Raz Baraka to teach the children about love, and the ensuing conversation was actually improvised. That's really cool. Okay, produced by Lauryn. I'll be curious to see if she produced most of the songs on this album. All right, let's hop over to the second one here. Okay, so 5-time Grammy-winning album. Amazing. Song is written to an ex following a relationship breakup. It is Lauryn's chance to release everything on her chest after previously keeping a dignified silence. The song was aimed at Lauryn Hill's former Fugees bandmate, Wyclef Jean. So, were they in a relationship as well? Okay, cool. Got her performing at Coachella. So we'll work to get live performances, any music videos, interviews, things like that around this album up over on Patreon. That's where we host all that content. Okay, so we have a few other people producing on this as well. Veda Nobles. Produced for Rihanna, Hilary Duff, LL Cool J, obviously Lauryn Hill, Faith Evans, Warren G, and Che Pope. Oh, look at this, dude. on Yeezus. I'm sure I've come across his name. I just haven't paid much attention. Oh my gosh, he worked on All Day? Dude, we just did this. We did like a 4.5 hour live stream of content for Kanye, for Ye, because we just did Life of Pablo, and I went back. We did a Patreon live stream for Good Fridays, Cruel Summer, and then a few other things. All Day was in there, the Paul McCartney stuff that he did. Okay, he worked with The Weeknd, Eminem. He's done a lot with Ye. A$AP Rocky. He worked on Cruel Summer. That discography is pretty stacked. And you may have noticed I do have my... Oh, I moved it. It's over here. Okay. Deep track. Pressed against the mic. Let me look up a little bit about Lauryn Hill so we can find out if she is Jamaican or from Jamaica or has roots there. It says she's an American singer, rapper, songwriter, producer, rose to fame in the 90s, known for her soulful voice, innovative style, pioneer of rap, singing, and melodic rap, key figure in neo soul. She was born in New Jersey. Let's see, Lauryn Hill, Jamaican? Is Lauryn Hill Jamaican heritage? Does not have Jamaican heritage, born, raised in New Jersey. Shares a deep personal connection to Jamaica through her long-term past relationship with Rohan Marley, a son of legendary Jamaican reggae musician Bob Marley, with whom she has 5 children. And she recorded a major portion of her solo album at Bob Marley's Tough Gong Studios in Kingston, Jamaica. And then the last thing we'll look at before we keep moving on is the cover art for Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Let's see, cover art meaning. The cover art features Lauryn Hill's face carved in an old wooden school desk. It blends the album's school classroom themes with a rustic hand-etched look, symbolizing her deepest lessons came from life's experiences. Let's see, she's permanent etched. Okay, got that. Photos of the concept were shot at Hill's own high school, Columbia High School in New Jersey, to ground the imagery in personal nostalgia and authenticity. The rustic textured wood style was partly inspired by classic reggae album packaging like The Wailers' Burnin'. Okay, cool. A little homage there. All right, so maybe that was just her kind of doing that voicing. She did really good and it sounded really cool. All right, let's get into track 3 titled X Factor. Love the instrumentation, man.
But you rather make it hard. Loving you is like a battle. And we both end up with scars. Tell me who
Pretty long tracks.
to get so reciprocity. See, no one loves you more than me, and no one ever will. Is this just a silly game that forces you to act
That is crazy.
This is crazy. I keep letting you back in. How can I explain myself? As painful as this thing has been, I just can't be with no one else. See, I know what we've got to do. You let go, and I let go too. 'Cause no one's hurt me more than you, and no one ever will. No matter how I think,
I love this.
you always
Ba, 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 ba.
it ain't working, it ain't working, it ain't working, it ain't working. And when I try to walk away, you hurt yourself to make me stay. This is crazy, this is crazy, oh, this is crazy, this is crazy. Care for me, I know you care for me, there for me. Said you'd be there for me, cry for me. You said you died for me, give to me. Why won't you live for me?
Ooh.
You said you care for me, there for me. Said you be there for me, cry for me. You said you died for me, give to me. Why won't you live for me, care for me? You said you care for me, there for me. Said you be there for me, cry for me. You said you died for me, give to me. Why won't you live for me, care for me? You said you care for me, there for me. Said you be there for me, give to me. Why won't you live for me, cry for me? You said you died for me. When I needed
Oh, Ghostface Killer? It's part of Wu-Tang, right? What a beautifully made song. From the writing, which is incredibly mature, and the music production side of it, there's so many cool percussion elements going on all throughout it. Obviously, you had this kind of driving keys and drums, but then you had these drum rolls on what sounds like the big bass drum with the mallets. You had the chimes. You had that the spinny thing, that thing. You had a shaker going on in there. It sounded like there were little organ pieces every now and then. Then obviously you had the killer guitar solo. Really, really great, man. And like I said, I saw Ghostface Killer's name in the credits. I haven't listened to Wu-Tang, but I have seen him on things. I think I've seen him on a number of things, but I'm pretty sure he's part of Wu-Tang. I'm not familiar with the other members of Wu-Tang, so there could be other ones on here as well. Okay, let's go take a look. I mean, obviously, as far as the song, you know, the central idea for it, and what was it called again? X Factor. But the central idea centering around reciprocity. And that is one of the most important things in a relationship, reciprocity. And there are days, man, it's going to be harder. You're going to feel weaker, you're going to feel not at your best, and we make up for one another in that, right? It's forbearance, it's a partnership, but the thing that makes a relationship work long term is a commitment by both of you for reciprocity. You're both going to do your best to bring your best, and that's what makes those times when you can't bring your best, when you fail, when you make mistakes, that you're able to forgive one another and help one another, be there for one another. But it is that kind of whole idea that it's not about giving 50-50 and weighing that, like, well, I'm giving this, you're not giving that. But if you're both trying to give 100 of yourselves, that's it, right? Because you're not keeping count, because you're both trying to show up for one another, not just with your words, but your presence, your actions, in the small ways and in the big ways. And that's kind of one of the other things within this is the melodrama of "I die for you," right? It's you guys remember Inside Out, the Pixar, I think it's Pixar movie, where they have like the teen, if you haven't seen the movie, then this doesn't make any sense, but there's basically, it's inside of this girl's mind, and she has this crush on this guy that they come across, and he's like, "I would die for Riley." And it is that kind of like, and it's like, okay, you say you die for me, but why don't you just live for me? You want to have all these dramatic expressions, but I'm just asking you to show up. I'm just asking you to be there in the everyday. And I think that that's something we always have to be careful of, is not get caught in the melodrama of things. Like, just show up in the normal, everyday things, and over time you build something beautiful together. Let me see if there were any other things. Yeah, I want you to go by saying like, it ain't working. But then when she tries to go, you do these actions. She said, hurt yourself. But even if it was just him saying, no, I want you to stay. Well, hey man, you can't just jerk a person around like that, right? Your words matter, your actions matter. And if you're constantly telling somebody they're worthless, or they need to go, or this isn't working, like, you're planting these seeds of doubt. I would never say anything like that to my wife, and I haven't up to this day. We don't even joke about the word divorce, because I think if you open your mouth and you say these things, like, things can be forgiven, but we also have to understand the weight of our words. And if you open your mouth and you tell another person, if I were to ever say, you know what, this just isn't working, dude, you have set off an atom bomb inside of your relationship and planted this really hurtful idea that you're saying, I could just walk out on you. But then when they're like, okay, bet. And you're like, no, that's not what I meant. I want you to stay. And you can't do that to a person, man. Okay. Let's get in here and take a look at what we can learn. The song has been claimed to be aimed at former Fugees bandmate Wyclef Jean. Jean was married to another woman while carrying on an affair with him. Hence the tempestuous nature of the relationship described in the song. The name of the song, yeah, this isn't a good way to start a relationship either, from either side. The name of the song is derived from clever wordplay, X as in an X relationship, but also X as in X factor, i.e. special something. Okay, produced by Lauryn. Best female voice in hip hop. Everybody looking at this because that Drake song. I don't know. I've listened to a few albums from Drake, but I wouldn't be able to recall. Somebody says, my way of deciding what my favorite songs are is to see if I still like everything about them, lyrics, beat, etc., years after I heard them the first time. First heard this song when I was like 7 or 8. Still gives me goosebumps 20 years later. Definitely one of my all-time favorite songs. Let's see. I think, yeah, most of this we really talked about, you know. I think her songwriting's so good because you really can get the full picture. Even though, I mean, there's a lot of just deep and meaningful things in here to think about, but you can get the full picture of the song just even in the first listen. I want to know who's playing guitarist, X Factor Lauryn Hill. Studio guitarist is Johari Newton. Piano, another, okay, Newton. Bass, Wurlitzer, organ and Rhodes. So let's see. Johari Newton. I don't know if this is correct. I mean, I guess it is, but I was trying to see. Let's see. Let's Johari Newton, guitarist. What is it? Where does this go? Okay, I don't have that. All right, no big deal. I'm getting different pictures here. These are very different people. All right, you guys give me any insight that you want, whatever team she was working with, because like I said, obviously there were so many names in the writing credits, but we're not getting a lot of information about that within Genius.com. So anything you want to fill in, feel free to fill me in on. All right, let's get over to track 4. This is To Zion, or Zion, featuring Carlos Santana. Now, I do recognize that name.
One day, I'm gonna understand.
Oof.
Zion. Unsure what the balance held, I touched my belly, overwhelmed by what I had been chosen to perform. But then an angel came one day, told me to kneel down and pray, for unto me a man's child would be
So pregnancy?
Oh, this crazy circumstance, I knew his life deserved a chance, but everybody told me to be smart.
Oh, her and her deeper register.
They said, Lauryn, baby, use your head. But instead
Wow.
I chose to use my heart. Now the joy
Oh, beautiful.
of my world is in Zion.
Assuming that's his name,
The joy of my world
which is a cool double.
is in Zion. How beautiful is nothing more than to wait at Zion's door. I've never been in love like this before. Now let me pray to keep you from the perils that will surely come. See, life for you, my prince, has just begun. And I thank you for choosing me to come through unto life to be a beautiful reflection of his grace. See, I know that a gift so great is only one God could create. And I'm reminded every time I see
Take us to church, girl. A little gospel influence. That guitar is beautiful. Wow. She's got range.
Okay, how many people in here have ever been in love? I know none of the guys gonna raise their hand, but how many of y'all ever been in love? Well, I know none of the guys been in. We don't get in love, right?
Me.
Oh,
I have.
Man right here, tell what his idea of love is. Because now all the time we hear young black men talk about love. About your personal definition. Don't tell me what Webster thinks. Huh?
Willing to do everything for that person.
Okay, everything like what? Explain. Let him talk, come on. If I asked him to talk about a fancy car, he'd be right on point. But we want to talk about love. You can do it. What do you think? You said you love somebody. You should know why you love them, right?
Where they act, where they carry themselves, stuff like that.
Okay.
If they with their boys, hang with their boys, whatever, and they just stand out, it's like sometimes it don't even matter like what they wear or what they look like. It's like that way. You know
This is refreshing.
that you want to talk to him because he stands out. It's like he got a glow or something.
That's deep,
what I'm
brother.
talking about.
I thought that was a beautiful point. Anybody else want to deal with that?
And sometimes, like, when they try to act funny in front of their boys and they get around and they say they love you, they can't love you. Because love wouldn't do that.
More to love than that. Love is not phony.
That's cool, man. Hey, if you're enjoying this video and you want access to hundreds of hours of additional content from dozens of artists, then check out my Patreon. That's where we host music videos, live performances, exclusive live streams, behind the scenes content, documentaries, and you get the ability to help vote on the albums we listen to here on the channel. Patreon is the best way to support this channel, and you can get access to the entire library, past, present, and future for just $5. Join the amazing community that we're building over there, and I try to make it worth your time and your money. All right, let's get back into it. All right, man, what a beautiful song. Obviously Santana, so that is Carlos Santana, which brings out the kind of Hispanic influence throughout it, and then obviously pairing that in with gospel. I remember Santana because I think my dad, either playing through the radio or a CD or something, I just remember seeing this name and Santana and hearing it in my garage growing up. I used to skateboard and stuff in the driveway all the time, and my dad would have music playing out of the garage, and I do 100% just remember Santana. Okay, man, yeah, just a beautiful song. It's cool, the kind of double there, because obviously she's talking about becoming pregnant, people saying that she should not keep the child. Her, you know, and they're like, use your brain, and she's like, I used my heart, so props to her for that. And then the exclamation of him being the joy of her life. We'll find out in a second. I'm assuming his name is Zion. I typically pronounce it Zion. I know some people do Zion. So whatever, I might go between the two. But even with the gospel influence in her saying my joy is found in Zion, now I'm saying it all weird, is cool because I do think that it's a double, especially because she expresses things in here about God, about prayer, about being thankful. And, you know, if you look here, Zion in the Bible starts as a physical mountain fortress in Jerusalem, captured by King David. Over time, the word grows to mean the whole city of Jerusalem, the land of Israel, and a spiritual symbol for God's dwelling place and kingdom. It's eventually where Solomon builds the temple. And, you know, biblically, for like New Testament, because obviously that's all Old Testament. In New Testament, the idea of Zion, the idea of the holy city is not so much about a physical place, because the idea of the gospel being first to the Jews and then to the Gentiles, I would be considered a Gentile, but that we're all grafted into one vine. And so it's not so much about birthright anymore. It's about those who profess faith in Christ that then get grafted in and are spiritually Jews. And so Zion becomes our hope, this heavenly city. And ultimately, if you look in the book of Revelation, it's not about us one day going to live in the clouds, but that at the end of Revelation, kind of at the end of all things, the end of time, there will be a new heaven and a new earth. The new heavens, I think, within the Bible and the way that's described, because there's kind of three heavens. You have the heaven, which is like our atmosphere. You have the heavens that are like outer space. And then you have the heavens, this like third heaven, that would be what we generally think about, this kind of like other realm type of thing where God himself dwells. And so I think the new heavens and the new earth are like new heavens as far as space and atmosphere and things, and a new earth, in that there will be a city that comes down. The whole pearly gates, all of those things are described in Revelation at the end. And so anyways, that's kind of the thing, but it's used in the spiritual way, a home that's in heaven. And so her kind of moving between those, her joy being in her child, but also recognizing like her home and her hope being in God. Let's see here. The second single, oh wait, that's not this. Keeps putting me on these like different albums. Okay, one of the most moving tracks, song that Lauryn wrote about her first son and child, born in 97. His father is Rohan Marley, who is Bob Marley's son. In it, Lauryn talks about the uncertainty regarding her pregnancy, the joy she found in her child after the birth. The song also features acclaimed guitarist Carlos Santana, renowned for such hits as Black Magic Woman and Smooth. How did this collaboration between Lauryn and Carlos Santana come to be? Lauryn said, I used to write music, write songs over Santana's guitar playing when I was a little kid. I had all his records, and I would play Samba Pati on the Abraxas album and just write rhymes and songs on top of it. So I knew Carlos way before he knew me. Got a live performance, produced by Che Pope. This would soften any thug. It says it should probably be noted somewhere that Zion is Bob Marley's grandson. Yeah. And then obviously you get this wonderful conversation at the end about, love. Because I think this is part of where you get the double when you're talking about marching to Zion. Because here, the joy of my world is in Zion. Obviously her son, but I think again, speaking about her essentially saying the joy of my world is in God. And then this marching is very gospel laced, right? We're living this life on earth. It's temporary, eyes set on heaven. So yeah, and then it goes on to kind of speak about it. So here Zion is used as a destination. Could allude to a pilgrimage, journey or search or moral. Many Christians take a pilgrimage to Jerusalem, also known as the Holy Land. Represents both her son and a holy place. Well, and like I said, it's not even just the physical place, because most Christians, of course, it's like respecting the history of that place, but it isn't. And I don't think that we're really taught scripturally or in the gospel to marvel over any physical place, because that's when you can kind of get into that whole like idolatry type thing, right? So it's not that, visiting those places, there's anything wrong with that and being like, wow, this is amazing. Look at the history. Can you imagine the events that took place here and how that can be meaningful? Of course. But the marching to Zion is used more as a spiritual thing. So, living in Georgia, Georgia today with my eyes set on Christ and working in everything that I do and the way I love my wife and love my children and lead myself, I am marching to Zion. Does that make sense? Okay, beautiful song. Let's move on to track 5. This is Doo Wop. That Thing. Speaking of love, this is love right here. My wife made me a little iced latte. Thank you. Okay, here we go.
Yo, remember back on the bully when cats used to harmonize like, yo.
She's cool.
Women, don't forget about the dame. This is not the most the king. Yo, it's about a thing. Yo, feel real good. Wave your hands in the air and lick 2 shots in the atmosphere. Since you were looking for your friend, the one you let hit it and never called you again. Remember when he told you he was about to Benjamins? You act like you ain't him, they give him a little trim to begin. Now you think you really gon' pretend like you wasn't down and you called him again. Plus when you give it up so easy, you ain't even fooling him. If you did it then you probably you're a Christian, a Muslim, sleeping with the jinn. Now that was the sin that did Jezebel in. Who you gonna tell when the repercussions spin? Showing off your ass cause you thinking it's a trend, girlfriend. Let me break it down for you again. You know I only said cause I'm truly genuine. Don't be a hard rock when you really are a gem, baby girl.
Oh, wow.
It's just the minimum. Nigga, you still defending them now. Lauryn is only human. Don't think I haven't been through the same predicament. Let it sit inside your head like a million women in Philly pen. It's silly when girls sell their souls because it's sin. Look at where you be in. Hair weaves like Europeans. Fake nails done by Koreans. Come again. Yo, come again.
Oh, I feel like I've heard that.
The second verse is dedicated to the man.
All right, speak to me.
With his rims and his Timbs and his women, him and his men. Come in the club like hooligans, don't care who they your fan, poppin' yang. Like you got yang. Let's not pretend. The one that pack pissed out by the waistman, crissed out by the casement. Still the name of the basement. The pretty face man claiming that they did a bid, man. Need to take care of their 3 and 4 kids. Been the face in court case when the child support's late. Money taking, heartbreaking. Now you wonder why women hate me.
Jeez.
The punk domestic violence man, quick to shoot the semen. Stop
She can spit.
When you ain't right within. How you gon' win when you ain't right within? How you gon' win when you ain't right within? Come again.
Ooh.
Yo, come again. The red drink, come again.
Trumpets are great. This is impeccably produced. Ooh, those bass hits, man. Skit. That thing.
Hey, we got some very intelligent women in here, man. Do you think you're too young to really love somebody? No. Let's say it from me. I'm an adult. I say, wait, you too young to be in love. This is silly. You're infatuated with him. He got nice jeans. You wear fancy Adidas. I mean, it must be something I don't know. Go ahead.
It's a difference from loving somebody and being in love with somebody.
Well, you tell me. What's the difference?
Okay.
What's the difference?
Everybody's like, oh, she on some deep stuff.
Love anybody, but when you in love with somebody, you looking at it like this. You say taking that person for what he or she is, no matter what he or she look like, or no matter what he or she do.
If you fall in love, you can fall out of love. I just love somebody.
You might stop being in love with them, but you is not gonna stop loving that person.
Maybe sometimes they've never been loved before.
Yeah, true.
I love that soft voice. Maybe sometimes I've never been loved before.
The feeling is to be loved.
She poetic.
We can end that conversation with that, right?
That's so sweet. You know, I think I've obviously heard female rappers on this channel. Female, I don't want to just say rappers because obviously Lauryn is more than that. Female rap, hip hop artists, I guess even a little R&B in here. But I think the only other album we've done was Little Sims. And I really loved that album. I still go back and listen to that album a lot. And I actually saw a picture the other day of Little Sims. Little Sims. Not Little Sims. Little Sims. Hold on. Actually, I might be able to pull up. Yeah, Little Sims. And Lauryn Hill picture. Yeah, I think this was the article I saw. Miss Lauryn Hill crowned Little Sims, Lil Lauryn. But yeah, I can feel like the influence, or at least if nothing else, drawing some comparison, you know, because I was really impressed with just the kind of maturity and the thing about relationships and the also gray areas and all of those things within the Little Sims album. And so even here, you know, you have Lauryn talking about the worth of a woman, but also trying to give caution to women about, you know, not just being about that thing, but then also speaking to men as well. But I really appreciate her as well saying, like, don't think I'm not talking from experience. Like, I've been there. I've screwed up or not been the woman I've desired to be. And so she's really speaking from like, hey, I've made mistakes. I'm just trying to help you think differently as I've been trying to think differently or have been thinking differently. So I think that's really interesting. But yeah, just the production on this album, man, is so strong. Bringing in the deep male vocals in there was cool. And knowing like how much to use it, because it wasn't all throughout the whole thing. It was really just in kind of one section. All right, doo-wop. Number 1, Billboard charts netted Hill 2 Grammys for Best R&B Song, Best Female R&B Vocal Performance. In the song, Hill warns both men and women to avoid being exploited by the opposite sex for that thing. That thing. The song became the first debut song in Billboard history to debut at number 1. Hill also became the first woman since Debbie Gibson to have a number 1 song that she wrote, produced, and recorded on her own. That's awesome. Debbie Gibson. Let's see a little bit about Debbie Gibson. Is this the same Debbie Gibson? American singer, songwriter, actress, producer, musician. Career spanning over 35 years. At 16, she released her debut album Out of the Blue, so it was in 87. I was born in 88, which she wrote and produced and which went triple platinum. So yeah, this is going to be the same person. Released several other albums, including Electric Youth, Anything Is Possible, The Body Remembers. Okay, I have never heard of this person. But that shouldn't surprise you. Okay. The beat samples the 1971 song Together Let's Find Love by The Fifth Dimension. Oh, this looks fairly recent. Yep, all produced by Lauryn. Says, let's see. Baby girl, respect is just a minimum. Respect is the least a man can offer a woman. She deserves that and so much more. When a man messes up and a woman still runs back to him, not only does it portray the lack of respect he has for her, the lack of respect she has for herself. Well done. Okay, let's continue on our journey. This is track 6, titled Superstar.
Yo, hip hop started out in the heart, yo. Not everybody trying to chart. Say what? Hip hop started out in the heart, yo. Not everybody.
Wow.
Come on now, baby. Come on now, baby. Come on now, baby. Come on. Come on now, baby. Come on now, baby. Come on now, baby. Come on. Come on, baby. Light my fire.
Little classic hip hop spins.
Everything you drop is so tired. Music is supposed to inspire. How come we ain't getting no higher? Now tell me your philosophy on exactly what an artist should be. Should they be someone with prosperity and no concept of reality? Now who you know without any flow? Who you know without any flow? That lives above a spiritual law.
Oh, girl, she's getting in your business.
Does anything they feel just because. There's always someone there who'll applaud. Yeah. Come on,
Auntie Lauryn.
light my fire. Come on. Everything you drop is so tired. Everything you drop is so tired. Music is supposed to inspire. What are we here for? How come we ain't getting no higher? I know you think that you got it all. And by making other people feel small, makes you think you're unable to fall. But when you do, who you gonna call? See, what you give is just what you get. What you give is just what you get. I know it hasn't hit you yet. Now I don't mean to get you upset. But every cause has an effect. Come on, baby, light my fire. Everything you drop is so tired. Music is supposed to inspire.
Again with all the percussion elements, man.
So how come we ain't getting no higher? I cross sands and distant lands, made plans with the sheiks. Why you beef with freaks as my album sales peak? All I wanted was to sell like 500 and be a ghetto superstar since my first album blunted. I used to work at Foot Locker, they fired me in front it, or I quit it, now I spit it. However do you want it? Now you get it, writing rhymes in the range with the frames lightly tinted. And send it to your block and have my full name submitted. And if your lines sound like mine, I'm taking a percentage. Unprecedented and still respected when it's vintage. I'm serious, I'm taking over areas in Aquarius, running red lights with my 10,000 chariots. Jesus Christ was a superstar, you stupid.
Oh, with the horsepower, that's cool.
No matter who you are, they'll make you now to take you down and make you face it. If you slip the bag open, put your pinky in a good taste it. Come on, baby, light my fire. Everything you drop is so tired. Everything you drop. Music is supposed to inspire. So how come we ain't getting no higher? Come on, baby, light my fire. Everything you drop is so tired. Music is supposed to inspire. Where you at now? is supposed to inspire. So how come we ain't getting no higher? We ain't no higher.
Wow, man. I mean, it's really a song for the artists, a song against the industry. There's so many things in there, man, that she's just speaking so much wisdom. She's speaking about artistic purity. She's speaking about relatability. She's speaking about not being so prideful, thinking that you're never going to fall. And if you basically treat people like crap to get yourself to the top, and then when you fall from the top, inevitably, most likely, generally, when you fall, like, who's going to be there with you? You know, because you've burned all those bridges. The idea of the heart versus the chart, which is hard, you know. It's a hard battle, and it's a push and pull, I know, for artists at times. But I've tried to always be of the opinion of doing what feels pure to you, putting that first and foremost, in that it finds an audience, and sometimes that audience isn't as big as maybe those that are just playing to the audience, but there is something meaningful and pure about that, and I do think there's even just a spiritual principle there. And that in the end, you're ultimately happier with who you are and what you're creating, because you really do believe in it versus just doing it for others. And eventually the applause becomes deafening. The applause becomes like nails on a chalkboard, right? Eventually you want to get away from the applause because you feel trapped in the prison you've created. So really interesting song. And again, all the percussion elements, just immaculately produced, everything she's doing with her voice. I was curious if she was kind of being critical of herself, or maybe a former way of thinking within the rap portion within there. So we'll see. She reflects on the reality of being a superstar, how fame can erode artistic ambition if not handled well. Something that started out as a form of personal expression has become a means to glory and fame through commercial success. I said, may also be interesting to add Lauryn samples The Doors' Light My Fire for this track, both the instruments and the lyrics. I think there's a connection between the fact that she's discussing becoming too commercial and going pop when music was supposed to initially be a form of one's artistic expression. Light My Fire was The Doors' first hit single from their self-titled debut album. The Doors' lead singer Jim Morrison was a very eccentric artist, artistic talent during 60s, 70s, even now, but Light My Fire was a song that contradicted his and the band's main themes and took them to commercial success while straying away from their central tendencies. Light My Fire was also a song commercialized in car commercials that both reduced that certain sacredness of the music, caused issues between bandmates as it caused them to battle between what they felt being an artist was supposed to be about and what's acceptable when it comes to the business endeavors of an artist. Somebody else said, in 2017, this song helped me stop people pleasing and refocus my energy into doing art that I was actually passionate about, which led me to moving on from my 9-to-5 for happiness and freedom, a decision that paid off greatly in the end. Thank you, Lauryn Hill. That's awesome. Yeah, let's take a look at that center section. Cross Sands, that was, she killed this. Made plans with the sheiks while you beef with freaks as my album sales peak. All I wanted was to sell like 500. Be a ghetto superstar since my first album, Blunted. I used to work at Foot Locker. They fired me. I fronted or I quitted. Now I spit it, however do you want it. Now you get it. Writing rhymes in the range, like a Range Rover, with the frames lightly tinted. Then send it to your block and have my full name cemented. So her writings, and then she releases the music. If your lines sound like mine, I'm taking a percentage. Okay, so she's set trends, and also it kind of speaks to this idea of the business side of it, right? Unprecedented and still respected when it's vintage. Lauryn's saying she's doing something never really seen before in hip hop or popular music, but still pulling inspiration from the past, and people respect her for it. I'm serious, I'm taking over areas in Aquarius, running red lights with my 10,000 chariots. Again, horsepower, I'd assume. The chariots of God are tens of thousands and thousands of thousands. The Lord has come from Sinai into his sanctuary. Yeah, I don't know about that, man. I mean, maybe there's some connection to it, but I also feel like it running red lights, like running through obstacles, things that people say I should stop. And it could be 10,000 chariots, her saying like the Lord is on my side, you know, or the Lord's helping me. But I think there's also a connection to running red lights in a vehicle and horsepower. Just as Christ was a superstar, you stupid star. They'll hell you, then nail you, no matter who you are. They'll make you now, then take you down and make you face it. So she does kind of talk about her rising up, and then how people will turn on you. If you slit the bag open, put your pinky in and taste it, which is like seeing if something is genuine, you know, testing the validity of cocaine. Wow. Very cool. All right, let's move on to track 7. This is Final Hour. Ooh. We had a little reggae, we had a little Mexican influence, a little Oriental influence.
Broken down into pieces, I introduce then produce words so confused. It's abuse how I juice up this beat like I'm deuce. Two people both equal like I'm Gemini. I'd rather Simeon if I Jimmy on this lock I can pop it. You can't
So many Gemini references in rap and hip hop.
like particles while I make international articles and on the cover. Don't discuss the baby mother business. I've been in this 30 up, you can't tell me I witnessed first-handed. I'm candid, you can't stand it. Respect demanded and get flown around the planet. Rock hard like granite or still people feel. Lauryn Hill from Newark to Israel, and this is real. So I keep making the street ballads while you looking for dressing to go with your tossed salad. You can get the money, you can get the power. Keep your eyes on, keep your eyes on. Yo, you can get the money, you can get the power. Keep your eyes on the final hour. About to change the focus from the richest to the brokest. I wrote this opus to reverse the hypnosis. Whoever closest to the line gon' win it. You gon' fall trying to ball while my team win the pennant. I'm about to be in it for a minute, then run for Senate. Make a slumlord be the tenant. Give his money to kids to spend it. And been a minute. Every law that ever prevented our survival since our rival. Documented in the Bible like Moses and Aaron. Things gon' change, it's apparent. And all transparent gon' be seen through. Let God redeem you. Keep your dean true. You can get the green too. Watch out who you cling to. Observe how a queen do. And I remain calm. Reading the 73rd Psalm. Cause with all this going on, I got the world in my palm. Now you can get the money. You can get the power. Keep your eyes on the final hour. You can get the money. You can get the power. Keep your eyes on the final hour. Now I'll be breaking bread, sipping Manischewitz wine. Ain't no mind party like it's 1999. But when it come down, the ground beef like Palestine. Say your rhyme, let's see if they get you out your bind. Now I'ma get the mozzarella like a Rockefeller. Still be in the church of Lalabella, singing hymns a cappella. Whether posed in Marabella in couture or collecting residuals from off the score. I'm making sure I'm with the 144. I've been here before, this ain't a battle, this is war. Word to Booney, I make a lot like a Sony. Get diplomatic immunity in every ghetto community. Had opportunity. Went from hood shock to hood chic, but it ain't what you cop, it's about what you keep. And even if they're leaks, you can't capsize this shit. Cause I baptize my lips every time I take sip. You can get the money, you can get the power. Keep your eyes on the final hour. Now you can get the money, you can get the power. Keep your eyes on the final hour. You can get the money, you can get the power. Keep your eyes on the final hour. You can get the money, you can get the power. Keep your eyes on the final hour. Money, you can get the money, you can get the money, get the money, you can get the money, you can get the money, final hour.
Oh, the bass. Chris Martin on writing credits. I wonder if this is the same, like, Coldplay Chris Martin. Man, Lauryn Hill's so talented, man. It's just, again, like, impeccable in her delivery, the attitude. Her voicing is so good, so strong. Obviously within this song, she's speaking about a lot of things, but that kind of heart, you can get the money, you can get the power, but don't forget the final hour, or don't, I think that was what she said. But the whole point is, like, you know, don't sell out, don't sell your soul. The final hour is the judgment hour, because obviously there's a lot of gospel influence within this album, a lot of spiritual influence. Let's see. And I do want to look at that tall salad line, because I have a feeling of what she's talking about, and that would be a really crazy bar if it is. The beat's completely original, performed by live instruments such as harp, trumpet, flugelhorn, trombones, alto sax, tenor sax, and flute. One of the few rap songs on the album, and here Lauryn takes the chance to talk about how superficial merits amount to nothing when God's judgment is to come. He maintains that one has to invest on lasting things and principles in their life. Says the description misses out on the focal context. This is about life in the ghetto, being black in the ghetto, getting out of the ghetto, overcoming a system of oppression based on ethnicity, power within larger power, and so on. Last verse is filthy. Let's see. Now I be breaking bread, sipping Manischewitz wine, pay no mind, party like it's 1999. But when it comes down to ground beef like Palestine, say your rhymes, let's see if that gets you out of your bind. As a double entendre, the conflict over physical ground wars between Palestine and Israel, it continued since mid-20th century. The attempt to end conflict in certain circles referred to as grounding beef. Wow. Now I'm going to get the mozzarella like a Rockefeller. Still be in the church of Lalibela. It's a historic 13th century rock-cut church in Lalibela, Ethiopia, which Miss Lauryn Hill visited on many occasions. Ethiopia being the Rastafarian Holy Land, and Lalibela one of its precious spots. Whether posed in Mirabella in couture. Okay, so fashion. Or collecting residuals from off the score. The score is the name of the Fugees' most popular album. Album went on to win the Grammy for Best Rap Album in '96. Making sure I'm with the 144. I'm assuming this is the 144,000. Okay. Word to Booney, I make salat like a Sunni. Salat is the Arabic term for prayer. Sunnis are the biggest sect in Islam. Besides other major differences, the sects in Islam differ greatly in the way prayers are to be conducted as well. Wonder who Booney is. Get diplomatic immunity in every ghetto community. Had opportunity, went from hood shock to hood chic. But it ain't what you cop, it's about what you keep. And even if there are leaks, you can't capsize this ship, because I baptize my lips every time I take a sip. Wow, dude. Psalm 73, we're faced with the problem of what to make of a God whom allows the evil, and ponders whether living a godly lifestyle is really worth it. In the end, he realizes it is worth it. As the prosperity of the evil is only temporary, they will receive what they deserve at the last judgment, which obviously ties into the theme here throughout the chorus. Now let me look at this last. People feel Lauryn Hill from Newark to Israel. And this is real, so keep making the streets ballad while you looking for dressing to go with your tossed salad. Clever wordplay here. Okay, yes. Because I was thinking, like, when I heard it, I was like, what? And then this idea of looking for dressing, which I would assume like putting your clothes back on after the sexual act of tossing salad. Lauryn implies that gay and in the closet rappers dress a certain way to attract people who will rim them. Okay. Without this connotation, Lauryn juxtaposes her work, which is meaningful and real, with the work of other rappers, which is burgess and inconsequential, like organizing dinner parties looking for dressing to go with your salad. You guys let me know your thoughts. If this is the case here, that's arguably one of the best lines that I've heard. Okay. Track 8. This is When It Hurts So Bad.
When it hurts so bad, 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 why does it feel so good? When it hurts so bad, 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 why does it feel so good? When it hurts so bad, when it hurts so bad. I love real hard ones, but the love was in return.
Reciprocated.
Found out the man I died for, he wasn't even concerned. I tried and I tried and I tried to keep him in my life, to keep him in my life. I cried and I cried and I cried, but I couldn't make it right. But I love the young man. And if you ever been in love,
The bass is doing some heavy lifting on this song.
you'll understand that what you want might make you cry, and what you need might pass you by. If you don't catch it, if you don't catch it, and what you need, I'm on
And the harp up and down the scale.
to be. If you just let it, if you just let it, if you just let it, if you just let it. See, I thought this feeling, it was all that I had. But how could this be love that made me feel so bad? Gave up my power, gave up my power. I existed for you, but whoever knew the voodoo you do, yeah.
Voodoo, such a cool word.
But
Voodoo, you do. You do.
I love the young man. And if you ever been in love, then you'll understand that what you want might make you cry, what you need might pass you by. If you don't catch it, you don't. And what you need, ironically, will turn out what you want to be. If you just let it, you don't. so bad. When it hurts so bad. When it hurts so bad. Why does it feel so good? When it hurts so bad. 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 Why does it feel so good? When it hurts so bad. 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 When it hurts so bad.
You ain't said nothing, man. Come on, you gotta say something to me, man.
Really, like love right now, it's like confusion. It's like people be thinking they love somebody and don't really love somebody. Like, I thought I was in love with this girl and I really wasn't. Like now, I don't really care about it no more.
You used her.
Oh, okay. All right. You think the TV and music and all that have something to do with why people are confused about love?
Yeah.
Why?
Because today we listen to a lot of TV and a lot of music, and then what sounds nice may not always be right for you.
Yeah, we need to put you on a bullhorn and let you ride around Newark.
I love these skits, man. I think they're so fun. Kind of weaving throughout this. Okay. Let's see here. Obviously, the song's centering on love. I think the pain that comes when you love someone so much. And maybe even because there is part of that, right? When you care about something so much, then there is inevitably a pain that comes along with that. Either when you feel either mistreated or misunderstood by that person. I'm not talking about like serious mistreatment, you know, like physical or verbal abuse. I just mean, you know, because on my worst days, I could be rude or I could be short or I could be prideful or whatever it might be. And that hurts when you care about somebody so much and also makes you angry. But there is that, or when that person gets hurt or something like that. But it also sounded like maybe there were some of the hints in here of the pain, because there is that side when you are acting a fool and causing pain towards somebody, and in certain ways there are actions that should not take place within a relationship that causes a partner pain. So it seems like a little bit of both in there. She's saying two things. Things went awry in her relationship, but that doesn't mean it's hopeless. She really wanted to work it out, but she couldn't. Yet she's also saying it's not always hopeless, that one should keep trying until it's really over. Let's see. Let's see what this person says. King size. If you listen to the song, really hear it, you'll realize the point Lauryn Hill is trying to make is what you want might make you cry. Meaning what you want may be the one thing that hurts you the most. What you need might pass you by. Meaning what you really need might come your way, but because you're so blinded by what you want, you may not even realize what you need is right there, right now. It can pass you by if you don't catch it. Well, freaking said. Even though what you want feels so good to you, it hurts you so bad at the same time. Now what you need, ironically, may turn out what you want it to be if you just let it. Listen to the song again. Lauryn may have been in a situation where she needed what she wanted more than she wanted what she needed. Needed what she wanted more than she wanted what she needed. In the back of her mind, she still knew the truth. What you want may not always be what's best for you. No matter how bad you want it, if you go after what you need instead, it may just turn out to be what you wanted all along. Play it back. That's great. Well said. Because you get that kind of wordplay in there. In the chorus, what you need, ironically, will turn out what you want to be. Yeah, sometimes it is like you're trying too hard to make something happen. And that's not to say, like, don't fight for your relationship and stuff like that, but I think there is that thing as well as just knowing, like, sometimes you're really fighting to make something happen or to convince yourself of something when it's just not true. And sometimes if you're so distracted in that, then what's really good for you and what ultimately you would want, which is love, right? Which is peace. Somebody that reciprocates might pass you by, and then there are those times that if you just let it be, you know, then all of a sudden you come across that kind of love, and it takes you by surprise. Okay, wisely put. Let's go to track 9, I Used to Love Him, featuring Mary J. Blige. Cool.
Now I don't. I used to love him. Now I don't.
As I look at what I've done, the type of life that I've lived, how many things I pray the Father will forgive.
Oh, what a cool blend.
One situation involved a young man. He was the ocean, and I was the same.
Ooh, get her on the James Bond intro.
My heart, like a thief in the night, dulled my senses and blurry my sight. And I used to love him. I used to love him, but now I don't. I used to love him, but now I don't. I chose the road of passion and pain. Sacrificed too much and waited in vain. Gave all my power, ceased being queen. Addicted to love, like the drug of pain. See, torn and confused, wasted and used. Reached a crossroad, which path would I choose? Stuck and frustrated, I waited, debated for something to happen, it just wouldn't fit in. Thought what I wanted was something I needed. When mama said no, then I just should have heeded. This night I fled till the poison was gone. Out of the darkness, while the sweet dawn. I used to love him. But now I don't. Father, you saved me, and you showed me that life was much more than being some foolish man's wife. Showed me that love
Yes.
was respect and devotion. Greater than planet and deeper than any ocean. See, my soul was weary. look in his eyes.
It's one of a man who's lost treasures untold.
But my heart is gold, see, I took back my soul.
Been totally let my creator control.
The life which was his. The life which was his. The life which was his. The life which was his.
The life.
I really feel like a thematic connection between this song and the previous song. It's almost like the previous song kind of lays this 30,000 foot view of this idea. And then this song is kind of feels like you zoomed in to the like first person telling of these things, these events from, you know, whatever, her walking through it and kind of parsing out what was right, what was wrong. And man, they just crushed the track together. Let's take a look. Obviously, they're together on a lot of this. Just kind of weaving in and out. Is that really? I guess it's the tempo that they sang it at, because it felt a lot longer. Not in a bad way, but like I would have expected to see like 6 verses. But I guess it's just... obviously, the tempo they were singing it at was much slower. I'd love to see a live performance of this song with them together. Title could be a reference to Common's song, I Used to Love Her, one of his most critically acclaimed songs. Also, this song samples Ice Cream by Raekwon. This is for Waddell Holman, and I am so glad my Father up above allowed me to see the light and let the true love I deserved all along to come to me. Okay. I dedicate this song to Ramon, the man I loved before myself. Is this a thing? The song contains a sample from Ice Cream by Raekwon featuring Capadonna, Ghostface Killah, and Method Man on the Only Built for Cuban Links album. Let me just go ahead and solidify this, even though I'll probably forget because I'm so bad. Whoa, wait, there's that many people in Wu-Tang Clan? Wu-Tang. I was saying that funny. RZA. I don't want to. I'm sure it's not Jizza. Giza. I know this is RZA. Giza. Method Man, Raekwon, Ghostface Killah, Inspecta Deck, You God, Masta Killa, and until his death in 2004, Old Dirty Bastard. Close affiliate Capadonna later became an official member. Okay. I am not going to remember all of their names, although a few of them I already stand out. Okay. Beautiful. Let's go to track 10, Forgive Them, Father.
Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those that trespass against us. Although them again we will never trust.
The accent.
Them not know what them do. Dig out your eye while I'm sticking like glue. Blink skin grin while I'm plotting for you. True.
Forgive them, Father. for my peace. Why for you to increase, I must decrease. If I treat you kindly, doesn't mean that I'm weak. You hear me speak and think I won't take it to the streets. I know enough cats that don't turn the other cheek, but I try to keep it civilized like Menelik and other Africans are. Observing stars with war scars. Get yours in this capitalistic system. So many caught that got bought, you can't list them. How you gon' idolize the missing? To survive and to stay alive in the face of opposition. Even when they come in, gunning, I stay in position. On the mission since conception. Let's free the people from deception. If you're looking for the answers, then you gotta ask the questions. And when I
Dude.
my voice echo through the ghetto. Sick of men trying to pull strings like Geppetto. While black people always be the ones to settle. March through these streets like Soweto.
Like Cain and Abel, Caesar and Brutus, Jesus and Judas, backstabbers do this. Forgive the Father, for they know what they do. What they do. Forgive the Father, they know not what they do. What they do. It took me a little while to discover wolves and sheep coats who pretend to be lovers, men who lack conscience will even lie to themselves, A friend once said, and I found to be true, that everyday people, they lie to God too. So what makes you think that they want?
She's just preaching.
Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do.
Forgive them, forgive them.
Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do.
Forgive them. Go on like them love you while them rip you to shreds. Tramp up on your want and left you for dead. Them are your friend who you depend on from way back when. But if you give them your back, then you must meet your end. Them don't know what them do.
Oof.
Them don't know what them do. Them don't know what them do. Them don't know what them do.
Forgive them, Father. Forgive them, Father.
Yo, Lauryn Hill is bad. Just, wow.
What do you think?
It just happens, like things just be going on, and then like 24/7 you think about the girl and stuff like that, and then you like, if you do something wrong, you like, oh, do she hate you? Like, you want to know what they think and stuff like that.
So what she feels, what she feels is important to you,
Right.
huh?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I want her to still love me, but you know. But I know she still like me because, a little eye contacts because I don't know her no more, but.
Oh, you talking about somebody? You
Young people are so great, man. Always love the idea of every young person is one caring adult away from a success story. And I know that's not always true because everybody has to take personal responsibility for themselves. But man, I was messed up when I was a teenager and I had a youth pastor, really speak life into me and absolutely turn my life around. And then that's what I wanted to do with my life. I was like, man, this man made such a difference in my life. And I wanted to do that into the lives of others. And so, man, I have a passion for young people, because there's so many voices out there that are so misguided and foolish. And so to be able to speak wisdom into the life of young people, I was a youth pastor for nearly 10 years. So I had the privilege of affecting the same story that a gentleman affected in my life. I had the opportunity to do that tens, if not hundreds of times over. And so anyways, I love just hearing young people in the room with an adult talking about things that matter and learning and really thinking. It's really special. Okay. Man, this this song was great, dude. And like I said, I mean, she's just, you could learn so much from this album. It just, the same way they're talking, you know, the gentleman's talking to the young people in this room. It's like Lauryn is just, you know, continuing to introduce these ideas that are so worthy of a human being's thinking. Whether you fully agree or not, or you know, see things the way that she does, you know, because she's approaching so much of this through a Christian lens. I think the principles are worth everybody considering, you know, forgiveness. And we've talked about this so many times on the channel just because this subject matter gets brought up a lot in songs. Forgiveness is not so much about giving somebody a pass. It's not saying what you did is okay. I think it's important that people should be held responsible for their actions, whether that means legally or there are some people that exercise actions against you. And I have experienced incredible hurt at the hands of other people against my life, against my family's life. And so I'm not speaking as somebody who can't speak from experience. I have been firsthand hurt and damaged by wolves in sheep's clothing that have sought to destroy everything good that I have built. And so these are my own wrestlings. And so even relationally, the people that have exercised that against me, it's not necessarily saying like we're going to be best friends or I'm going to necessarily want to hang out with you. Actually, I more so have put up more boundaries because I have been too trusting of people. I don't want to be bitter, you know, I don't want to be bitter and hateful and view the world through this corrupt lens. However, as I've grown older, I do exercise, I think, more wisdom, more care in who I trust with information, who I trust with my, not my friendliness, because I will seek to be friendly to everybody, but my friendship. And so in this same idea, you know, forgiving is more so even about you. It's partly the recognition that we've made mistakes as well, you know, sometimes intentionally, sometimes unintentionally. We've hurt people. We would love the same grace shown to us that we should show to others. But it's also about just releasing yourself from this prison of hatred toward them. Or in some ways even caring, just like the ability to let go of it and try to move forward and learn, you know. So she speaks about a lot of interesting things throughout this, not only on the idea of, you know, forgiveness, but being careful of the people that you turn your back to. That was one of the best lines when she had mentioned, obviously, Jesus and Judas, and Cain and Abel, who were brothers in the book of Genesis. Cain murdered Abel. You had Caesar and Brutus. Anyways, but all backstabbing. But then when she's doing the Jamaican accent in one of the rap lines, she talks about turning your back to someone, being careful who that is. It's an interpretation of Concrete Jungle by Bob Marley. Marley's son, Julian, plays guitar on this track. Jamaican dancehall artist Shelly Thunder makes also a guest appearance, recorded at Tough Gong Studios in Kingston, Jamaica. Studio for Bob Marley. Second verse shows why Lauryn is one of the best rappers. Yeah, I mean, the verses are crazy. They're just so well written. Why every Indian want to be the chief? Feed a man till he full and he still want beef? Come on, dude. That is a great line. Give me grief, try to teeth off my peace. For why? For you to increase, I must decrease? If I treat you kindly, this is an interesting line too. For you to increase, I must decrease is even a play on, I think it's in the Gospel of John. And John is saying, because basically like he was sent, he's Jesus's cousin, 6 months before kind of Jesus shows up on the scene, John goes out and starts to preach repentance, saying there's one coming after me. I'm not even worthy to untie his sandals. He's baptizing people. Then Jesus shows up and all the attention shifts to Jesus. And some of John's disciples come to him and are like, hey, Jesus is baptizing people now, or his disciples are. And John's like, so? Like, why do you think I was here? It's not about me, all right? Our time's over. I did my job. It's about him. And he says, I must decrease that he may increase. But the way she's twisting it here is so interesting, because she's saying, so for another person to increase, they need to decrease another. They need to make less of them. So for you to rise up, you got to squash me. Whereas the reality is, through a spiritual lens, it's the other way around. I decrease myself. I humble myself. And humbling yourself in humility is not thinking less of yourself. It's thinking of yourself less. Jesus was the most humble person on earth, but he was the most powerful, had the most authority, was the wisest. And yet he washed people's dirty feet, and he healed the sick, and he spent time with the poor, and he loved those that others rejected. That's humility. It's strength veiled, strength controlled. And so you live your life from this place of humility, in words, decreasing yourself, but it's not this like, no, you walk around, how can I serve you? How can I help you? How can I encourage you? No, you first. Here, let me get that for you. And then all of a sudden, like, there's a spiritual principle in it. You don't have to squash others so you can increase. The increase comes on its own. And it's just a really interesting way that she did that. But there's so many great lines in here, man. Just an absolutely excellent writer. I need to remember that beef line, because I'm wanting to do a video coming up. I asked you guys in a post not too long ago, what are the best rap bars? And I want to make a video. Hopefully I can use the audio from all the different songs you guys put in there and the specific bars that you put. But I want to go through them and look at them and kind of analyze them. And this, for me, I think is such a great bar. Feed a man till he full and he still want beef. So good. So let me just make a note so I don't forget this. And I'm going to highlight it. Okay, man. Track 11, every ghetto, every city. Getting funky.
I was just a little girl.
So many great styles and sounds in this album.
Mother always thought I'd be a star. But way before the record deal, the streets that nurtured Lauryn Hill made sure that I never go too far. Every ghetto, every city, and suburban place I've been make me recall my days in the New Jerusalem. Story starts in Hooterville. Grew up next to Ivy Hill when kids were stealing quarter bills for fun. Killed a guy in Carter Park. Rode a mongoose till it's dark. Watching kids show off the stolen ones. Every ghetto, every city, and suburban place I've been make me recall my days in the New Jerusalem. You know it's hot, don't forget.
Those claps are so good.
Looking back, looking back, looking back, looking back, looking back. You know it's hot, don't forget what you got. Looking back, looking back, looking back, looking back. Vagabond times 20 cents and a nickel. Springfield Lab had the best popsicles. Saturday morning cartoons and kung fu.
Ooh.
Main Street Roots tonic with the dress. A beef patty and some cocoa bread.
Love a beef patty.
To the tongue of my shoe. Remember, Freeland Heiston used to have the bomb leather. Back when Doug Fresh and Slick Rick was together. Looking at the crew, we thought we'd all live.
Little beatboxing.
You know it's hot, don't forget what you got. Looking back, looking back, looking back, looking back. You know it's hot, don't forget what you got. Looking back, looking back, looking back, looking back. Drill teams on Munn Street, Remember when Hawthorne and Chancellor had beef? Moving Records was on Central Ave. I was there at dancing school, South Horn Jab at bowling pool, unaware of what we didn't have. Writing my friends' names on my jeans with a marker. July 4th races outside Parker, fireworks in Martin Stadium. The untouchable PSP, all them crazy niggas be. And Carthy got away through Irvington. Hillside brings beef with the cops. Self-destruction record drops. And everybody's name was Muslim. Women producing sensations in 88. Attracted kids from out of state. And everybody used to do the wop. Jack your body. Now the Bismarck used to amp up the party. I wish those days they didn't stop. Every ghetto, every city and suburban place I've been. Maybe recall my days in every city. You know it's high. Don't forget what you got. Looking back, looking back, looking back, looking back.
What do you think about love? Come on.
Okay, Lord.
Hey, man. Yo, he's about to give us a dissertation.
Love.
The way he said that. Go ahead. Break it down. Break it down.
Love is just a feeling. Just when you like somebody and you want to fall in love with them.
Okay.
You just hope they feel the same way like you do towards them. Okay.
Dude, this song was funky. Man, great bass lines going on in there. I was trying to figure out what instruments are being used because there were some unique sounds in there. What was it? Every ghetto, every city. Instruments used in every ghetto, every city. Lauryn Hill. Bass. Oh, the clarinet. And maybe the clavinet. That's what gives that kind of like tingy sound. Yeah, okay. Because I've used sounds like that in Logic Pro, because I've been on a journey learning to make music, and there is that kind of like ding, 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 and that's the clavinet. Okay, obviously in this song, recounting growing up, the good times, the bad times. I love songs like this, these narrative types of songs. Okay, I'm not sure though, I don't fully understand making me recount the New Jerusalem. So, or recall days in New Jerusalem. Upbeat homage to her hometown, South Orange, New Jersey, to similar city environments, recounts both the good and bad aspects of growing up, vividly recreates detailed aspects of her childhood that paint a picture of her adolescence. Honestly thought it wasn't everyone's name was Muscle John. Yeah, I'm curious about that lyric. Everybody's name was Muslim. Worth mentioning, she was 22 when the album released. Man, a lot of wisdom for her age. Let's first take a look at... Well, I'm curious. I want to see this Biz Markie line too. Fellow New Jersey native Biz Markie was a popular rapper DJ whose music was often played at local parties in Hill's hometown. I feel like on another song there was a mention, but I can't remember. Because I've come across this album several times, not only from you guys mentioning it, but in other references from other things, but I can't, it's hard for me to tie them all together. Let's see, the Untouchable PSP, I'm assuming it's not PlayStation Portable. Hill's referring to the Almighty Knights of Psi Sigma Phi, Multicultural Fraternity Incorporated. They have a chapter in South Orange, hung out with Lauryn back in the day. Okay. Let's look at this New Jerusalem line. The performer Hill has traveled many places. Every ghetto, city, suburban place she's visited has reminded her in different ways of her hometown. Oh, New Jerusalem is slang for New Jersey. Got it. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Mongoose, shout out to the bike. And then this last line. Oh, there's nothing here for it. Self-destruction record drops and everybody's name was Muslim. So during a concert by BDP and Public Enemy in '88, a young fan was killed in a fight. This happened shortly after the death of BDP founding member Scott LaRock. To restore hip-hop back to its root principles, KSR1 founded the Stop the Violence movement, which dropped Self-Destruction in '89 as a song dedicated to stopping the violence. But I don't understand fully this line. And everybody's name was Muslim. Is it everybody like that was in this? Like had a Muslim name? Sensations and Club 88 were popular clubs during the 80s and 90s. Clubs would occasionally host teen nights. Kids from in-state and out-of-state would make the trek. Yeah, that attracted kids out of state. I wonder if the tie is, you know, there's a stereotype of Muslims being violent. And so if Self-Destruction record drops, which is seems to be about kind of peace and stopping violence, and her kind of say like trying to face that stereotype that's like you think these people are all violent, but the record drops about stopping violence and these are the names attached to it. That's my best guess. Let me know if you have another thought. All right, track 12. This is Nothing Even Matters featuring D'Angelo.
Skies could fall, not even if my boss should call. The world, it seems so very small, 'cause nothing even matters at all. Seems nothing even matters. Seems nothing even matters at all. Nothing even matters. Nothing even matters at all.
Your love makes me feel 10 feet tall.
Okay.
Without it, I go through withdrawal. 'Cause nothing even matters at all. Nothing even matters. Nothing even matters at all.
These buildings could drift out to sea. Some natural catastrophe. Still there's no place I'd rather be. 'Cause nothing even matters to me. See, nothing even matters.
This is cool.
See, nothing even matters to me. Nothing even matters. Nothing even matters.
You're my identity. I sometimes have a tendency to look at you religiously, babe. 'Cause nothing even matters to me. Nothing even matters. Nothing even matters to me. Sit it on, baby, baby.
It's like a great wedding song.
You won't find me at no store. I have no time for manicures. With you it's never either or. 'Cause nothing even matters no more. See, nothing, it don't matter. See, nothing even matters no more. Nothing even matters. Nothing even matters no
Now my
more.
jingles go and make it to the final fall. Just repossess my phone. 'Cause nothing even matters no more. Nothing even matters. Nothing even matters no more. Nothing even matters. Oh, oh, oh.
One more time.
They give you plenty of room in here for dancing. Love the use of snaps in the song, you know, because a lot of times you'll get like just the boom, but I love the like really using it as a percussion instrument. Okay, that's our slow moving R&B track, which obviously, you know, the heart of the track is like I'm so infatuated with my love with you, nothing else even matters. I'm not going to let these different things, not all small things, like throw me off, because as long as I have your love, we can get through anything. Song fluidly brings back the theme of love, how it can make everything else seem irrelevant. It was inspired by Hill's relationship with Rohan Marley. She dedicated one of her earlier tracks to their first son, Zion. Lauryn said, I wanted to make a love song a la Roberta Flack and Donny Hathaway and give people a humanistic approach to love again without all the physicality and overt sexuality. D'Angelo talked to Rolling Stone and said collaborating with Lauryn was very cool. She was warm and sweet. Originally, we were going to swap tunes for each other's projects because I was working on Voodoo at the same time, and my keyboardist, James Poyser, was also working with her. I went to her house in New Jersey. She played a lot of songs for me, gave me a rough copy to listen to. When Lauryn and I went into the studio together, I laid down my vocals in the course of an hour. D'Angelo said, Nothing was a song that was supposed to sound like me. She got James, keyboard player and part of the collective known as the Soulquarians, of which D, JD, and Questlove are members of. Oh, cool. To play keyboards. The whole feel of the song sounds like what I was doing in '95. Possibly the greatest collaboration of all time. Your love makes me feel 10 feet tall. Without it, I'd go through withdrawal. One of the best duets. Okay, D'Angelo passed. Okay. Okay, man. Let's see. Track 13, Everything is Everything. We're gonna turn it up.
Possibly speak tongues, beat drums, Abyssinian Street Baptist, rap this and fine linen. From the beginning, my practice extending across the atlas. I begat this, flipping in the ghetto on the dirty mattress. You can't match this, rapper / actress, more powerful than two Cleopatras. Bomb graffiti on the tomb of Nefertiti. MCs ain't ready to take it to the Serengeti. My rhymes is heavy like the mother sister Betty. L Boogie spars with stars and constellations. Then came down for a little conversation. Adjacent to the king, fear no human being. Roll with cherubims to Nassau Coliseum. Now hear this mixture where hip hop meets scripture. Develop a negative into a positive picture. Everything is everything. What is meant to be it seems. Sometimes it seems. We'll touch that dream. We'll touch that but dream. Things come slow and not at all.
That's the truth.
And the ones on time won't make it stop. So convinced that they might fall. Let's love ourselves and we can't fail to make a better situation. Tomorrow, our seeds will grow. All we need is dedication. Let me tell you that everything is everything. Everything is everything.
So such a cool melody.
Everything is everything. Everything is everything. After winter comes spring. Must come spring. Everything is everything. Everything is everything. Listen, everything. Everything is everything. Is everything. What is meant to be will be. What is meant to be will be. After winter must come spring. Must come spring. Change comes eventually. Change comes eventually. La 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 la. Everything is everything. La 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 la
Everything is everything. It kind of sounds like this philosophy of it just what is. So maybe kind of a reflection on accepting the flow of life and somewhat your limited control over things. I do love that she says a line in there, things come slow or not at all, because that's the truth, right? Sometimes the things we desire to do don't always come true or exactly the way that we expected them to. But then she also has a hopeful side that's like, if you're planting the seeds, if you're working towards something, there is growth there, but you have to hold the two in tension, right? Because that's just the reality of life. I love her idea there about just searching for truth, not being deceived, trying to, make the main things the main things. Okay, let's see. Everything is everything. A song about injustice and struggles among youth communities in inner city America. Features piano by John Legend, that's cool, who at the time was virtually unknown. We've got a music video. She can do everything, sing, rap. This music is really definition of this title. Let's see if there's an annotation on it. The meaning of the expression is uncertain. There's many interpretations such as, it is what it is, nothing more, nothing less than exactly what you see. The words everything in the phrase represent reality. The phrase communicates current reality can't be changed, so it should be accepted. It can only affect the future, and that is only if you know how to and have the capability to affect the future. Yeah, I think this is important, right? I don't think it means like you just have to accept the situation you're in, especially if it's not somewhere you want to be. And that can be in all kinds of ways. It could be professionally, relationships, it could be addictions, whatever it might be. But I think it is, the only way forward is to understand where you're at, the reality of a situation. It is what it is. Doesn't mean it has to stay that way, but the first place is just recognizing, okay, here's where I'm at, and things will play out a lot of times out of our control. But it's always how we adapt and how we, it's almost like a person who's coming at you, you could either get bodied by that person or you can take their weight and use it against them. There are a number of different options that you have, and that's how things happen in life. They come a lot of times uninvited, and it's what we do in those situations, and how we let it affect us or teach us or whatever it might be. Okay, let's move into track 14, which is also the title track, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
My world moves so fast today. The past, it seems so far away. And life squeezes so tight that I can't breathe. And every time I've tried to be what someone else thought of me, so caught up I was unable to achieve. But deep in my heart, the answer, it wasn't me. And I made up my mind to define my own destiny.
Wow.
I look at my environment and wonder where the fire went. What happened to everything we used to be? I hear so many cry for help, searching outside of themselves. Now I know that his strength is within me. And deep in my heart, the answer, it wasn't me. And I made up my mind to define my own destiny. And deep in my heart, and deep in my heart, the answer, it wasn't me. And I made up my mind to define my own destiny.
What a moving track, man. I think even that, we'll see what she does, you know, with the close here in just a minute, but that in of itself would have been an incredible closing track, because now I'd wondered, like, okay, what exactly is the miseducation of Lauryn Hill? And now I understand. It's being miseducated, at least this is what I glean from it, being miseducated about yourself. And I mean, I think the reason that it hits me so hard and makes me emotional is to think about how many people exist that are miseducated about themselves, you know, because maybe they didn't have somebody who spoke wisdom into them, spoke life into them, was there to help them through whatever difficulties they were going through, and listen to them, but also, help pick them up, point them in the right direction, teach them what truly matters in life. Give them a strong sense of self, not a prideful sense of self, but a strong sense of self. So you stand for something, right? That's the whole idea. If you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. And, I have 3 children, 2 boys and a girl, 15, 13, and 10. And I ultimately don't feel like I fully had that growing up. And I've shared already, like I did have leaders come into my life, at pretty crucial moments when I was an older teenager that made all the difference. But because I've experienced that and chosen to move in a different way in my life, I'm able to do that for my children, to give them this strong sense of self, to help get them off on a better start in life, and and just let them give this unconditional love, let them know they're valued. And it makes all the difference in life. And I know there's so many people watching this that didn't have that either, and maybe still don't have that. And I think that's why it really, really touches my heart. And from time to time, I feel impressed, and I do want to take a moment just to encourage you, if you are listening to this, that you are worth something. Don't be miseducated about yourself. Now, here's the reality, because I would be disingenuous to not tell you that maybe there are things you need to come face to face with, right? I do that with my own life, my own shortcomings, the things that I see in myself that I'm like, man, that's not where I want it to be. But it is not this bash session against myself. It's just facing reality. And the most loving people in our lives will tell us in love the most honest things, and we need that. But we also have to be able to do that for ourselves. And so it's not necessarily saying that there aren't realities that we need to face, things that we need to change or whatever. But first and foremost, you have to start from a place of love and a strong sense of self, that your life is worth something, you are worth something, you are worth being loved, you are worth giving love, that there are things you desire that you can achieve. They may come slow, and they may not come the way that you expect them to. But be encouraged today. Be picked up. Know that you are seen. I may not know your name, but you are seen. And I don't know, I love that idea of her feeling miseducated about herself and then getting down to the truth and finding out her strength. So it looks like she has a section in here. She explains the meaning in a special message. She says, "Hi, this is Lauryn Hill. I want to tell you guys a little bit about a song that means a great deal to me. The song is called The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. It has a lot to do with how I figured out some things from my life. It doesn't necessarily mean miseducation like I didn't do well in school, as I did do good in school. It has a lot to do with finding out about your own aspirations and your own dreams. Not those dreams and those aspirations some might have for you. It's a song about movement, growth, inspiration. I want to encourage all of those who are moving from one period to another, especially those graduating from one stage of life to another, whether that be school or any life lesson in general. I encourage you to be strong, be independent, be positive. Know that you can choose your own destiny and your own path. So stay positive, you guys. God bless you all. Thank you for all of the support." Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Type of song really touched your soul in the most beautiful and deepest ways. Makes me want to pursue literally everything. Go for it, man. Do it. Take the necessary steps. It's an idea of rewriting your belief in who you are and what you can accomplish. I love it. Okay. Penultimate track. This is track 15. Can't Take My Eyes Off of You. I Love You, Baby.
Refugee camp, conspiracy theory, why? Yeah, why?
You're just too good to be true.
Oh.
Can't take my eyes off of you. You be like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much.
This is like a cover, right? She didn't write this, did she?
Thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. Caught in the way that I stare.
Yeah, it was written by somebody else.
Nothing else to compare. The sight of you leaves me weak. There are no words left to speak. But if you feel like I feel, please let me know that it's real. You're just too
But I like this version.
Can't take my eyes off of you. Take my eyes off of you. You'd be like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much. At long last, love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you.
Okay, that was fun. Pretty straightforward love song. Let's see, who wrote this? It's a remake of the classic hit by Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons. Commissioner Gordon explained the song's genesis to Rolling Stone. Can't Take My Eyes Off of You was never meant to be a commercial single. It was originally recorded for the soundtrack for the movie Conspiracy Theory and ended up on the radio, became popular, and that's how it ended up becoming a bonus track. So I wonder, was it the actual close of the album, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill? She called me and said she was behind and had to get it done. She didn't know how the arrangement of the song went, so we went and got a copy from Coconuts or Sam Goody. I had a little one-room 16-track studio in my apartment in Jersey. Lauryn was 8 months pregnant, laying on her back on the floor, half asleep, holding a handheld mic. She did all those vocals off the top of her head pretty much in one take with the beatbox and all of that. That blew me away. That's awesome. Version's lit. Got the original sound like a ripoff. Yeah, I was wondering kind of what she credits in the beginning. Which it's not on here. What she said, a shout out, Refugee, Conspiracy Theory. There's something else. Okay, the idea of bonus tracks. So let's see. Because that would be interesting if these are both bonus tracks, because that would back up my idea that the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill is an excellent album closer. Original track list for Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Okay, so 16 tracks, including 2 hidden tracks at the end. So I wonder, were they like included as additional tracks on the original release, or were both songs at the end of Miseducation of Lauryn Hill? Interesting. Okay, well, let's go to the close here. Track 16, Tell Him. I'm curious if they're going to bring in the skit one more time to close it, because that's how in my brain I would figure they would kind of close everything out. But let's take a look. Beautiful.
Let me be patient. Let me be kind. Make me unselfish without being blind. Though I may suffer, I'll envy it not and endure what comes. 'Cause he's all that I got, and tell him. Tell him I need him. Yeah. Tell him I love him. And it'll be alright. And tell him
All right, so technically a bonus track on this album, or a hidden track. I was taking me a minute because I understand what she's singing. She's singing mainly from 1 Corinthians 13. That's used a lot of times at weddings, right? One of the passages we know very well in the sense of love is patient, love is kind, it is not, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not self-seeking. Love keeps no record of wrongs. It always believes, always perseveres. You know that when all things pass away, love still remains. And what's interesting even about that is it's kind of sandwiched between these chapters about spiritual gifts and their use within the church. And the whole idea is like, because it even goes on, like somebody could speak in the tongues of angels, but without love, they're just this clanging cymbal. That somebody could lay down their life, but if they have not love, it means nothing. And so it goes on because it's this whole point of like, don't use your gifts to serve yourself. Like in your gifts, in your actions, they must be centered in love. And so even with the object of affection within this song, I think that she's ultimately speaking about God. She's speaking about Jesus, because she uses the line, love shown when we were spared, which would be Jesus' death on the cross, the love that he was shown. Other scriptures, greater love had no man than this, than he that would lay down his life for his friends. And so for the forgiveness of sins, the idea of being spared, and then she's saying, love him. So this actually says, a track originally not included in the LP, it's a love song, either to her lover or to Jesus. Songs laden with biblical references, as is the rest of the album. Yeah, I think it's especially the idea of the love we were shown here. It makes it clear. I may have wisdom, knowledge of earth. If I speak wrong, then what is it worth? See, what we know is nothing compared to the love that was shown when our lives were spared. Beautiful, man. And then she, even has these kind of ad-libs in the end, in the morning and in the evening. Those, again, are all scriptural. I have this like daily devotional called Morning and Evening with Spurgeon, Charles Spurgeon. But they're all like morning and evening devotionals because that's a theme throughout Scripture. Man. Okay. Let's talk some final thoughts here. I mean, obviously, an absolutely amazing project that has stood the test of time. It's cool. Look, I mean, there's so much great singing and things in here that it's hard to remember sometimes that she had some really incredible rap verses throughout all of this. So there's a really good mixture throughout this album. So it's cool, it's sweet, it's intelligent, it's inspiring. There's incredible instrumentation all throughout, very unique percussion elements that I noticed, awesome bass lines, some great guitar work. You have that whole Santana song. And it's the kind of thing that I would just put on in the household. There's obviously a few themes in here that are a bit mature, but for the most part, like there's not really much, if any, explicit content. I think she said the N-word maybe once or twice. But it's 100% the kind of thing you like want to put on your record player and just let play and kind of be out in the atmosphere. Awesome work. Really looking forward to having conversation with you guys in the comments. If there's anything that stood out to you or you saw that I didn't see, please feel free to put that there. I'm glad we got to this finally. So thank you to those on Patreon that voted this one in. If you want to be a part of future deciding what we listen to here on the channel, we hold polls over on Patreon, but we also have hundreds of hours of additional content from dozens of artists. So feel free to check that out. Or if you want to sponsor an album directly, you're like, no, I want him to listen to this, you can visit musicallymalnourished.com and see the options that are there. Thank you for hanging out with me for this one. I hope to see you in the next one, because we're eating good.